Has anybody got any questions about crossing the border? Why you're here? Does anybody want to go home and not come along? This is very dangerous. What you're doing is stupid.
You know, the Baja Beach Bash, you know, the riding is one thing, and the people are another level of, you know, entertainment, but also friendships and relationships. But really doing something that's bigger than all of us, and that's, you know, supporting the school and orphanage at Rancho Santa Marta. And now we've been down here supporting them for almost a decade. And we've seen like a generation of kids go through school all the way up and graduate. We've seen the facility, you know, expanding and evolving. They have a new gymnasium. They've been under construction and you know, it's nearing completion.
Sometimes doing something bigger than just yourself, right? Riding and thinking about how fun that is for me is selfish. And being able to kind of put into perspective and see where we can make a difference, and all the time that I've put into this trip, I try and think about how it's really serving something bigger. And so that's the highlight at the end of the day for me.
100% I do it for the stoke. I know it's a lot of work to come down here and put all this together, and then the stoke of the kids, right? So you're sharing with all these people that have never been to Baja, and then they get to see that mission of going to help the kids, and I think it's contagious.
It just feels really good to be able to do something that's, you know, from the heart, and you know that, you know, you don't want to, you know, you're not doing it for recognition, you're not doing it for, you know, your personal benefit, but really benefiting those in need.
Rancho Santa Marta is a special needs school. They have about 40 full-time kids, and then other kids that are bused in throughout the school year. So about to have a lot of fun and go ride in Baja.
I just want to thank everybody for coming and supporting the cause of Rancho Santa Marta.
We are very grateful for you to come to our ranch to visit us. Thank you.
You know, I'd like to be home with my family. I miss my daughter and my wife so much, but to be able to come down and give $120,000 to an orphanage and school like that, I mean, we have so many riders that are raising money. A guy that didn't even come on the trip this year, Blaine Dunn, he personally raised $8,000 in his own fundraising effort. I mean, that's what's cool. That tells me that this is a good trip to keep make happen, no matter how much work it is. For Johnny, myself, Moss, and everybody involved, it's a pretty emotional experience. So we're stoked to be able to do it. We're also stoked to be able to pop some wheelies. So let's.
Where are you at, Ryan Hagee?
When you get to come down and kind of be with nature where it's a little more untouched down here, you enjoy it. You get to enjoy what life is really meant to be.
It makes you just kind of appreciate when you get back home how easy it is, how life can be so much easier and you just put away all the nonsense.
Cool to come down here and go slower and take in the views and kind of help other people and give them advice on how to go through the trails or stay out of the cactus. I mean, I think that's awesome.
to ride down the beach with 50 other guys doing, I don't know, 60 or 70 mile an hour. It's something that you can't do. I don't think you can do anywhere else.
All right, guys, this is the finals of the slow race. You guys have demonstrated your skill. We've added some additional obstacles, so don't do anything too dangerous. Feel free to knock each other over at will.
Ricky Braybeck from Asbury, California. We're making slow racing the next big thing.
Papa from Southern California. I'm gonna add another trophy to the mantle.
So we're getting set for the finals of the slow race, and we're throwing a little curveball. We're having everybody else that was eliminated put their bikes in the middle of the playing field. So now they have obstacles they have to go around. So far it's looking like a pretty close heat. Brayback, String, and Duvall.
This isn't my bike.
What's going on here? That one's still mine. This is Timmy's.
Yeah, because that's my grip.
Yeah, it's Timmy's bike.
But they've switched the headers.
No way.
Yeah, and my shock. They've switched the headers and made the bikes look different.
No.
They switched around some stuff for sure.
Who do you think did that?
I don't know. I got a pretty good idea, but we'll keep the names on the DL.
Somebody did the old switcheroo on the bikes. I don't know if it's just the plastics or if they actually changed the exhaust.
And I think they're trying to blame the Honda guys on this. What do you think?
It definitely sounds like something we would do, but I don't think we did that.
Papa. He's the defending beach champ, right?
Yeah, and you guys are probably going to take that away from him.
Why are you looking at me? I would not have the intelligence to do something of this stature.
He barely knows there's a difference between the motorcycles.
We hooked Hop up with a special set of goggles, so you got to check him out after he takes his goggles off at our next stop. He should have a nice, beautiful ring around his face.
Timmy's shenanigans
he needs to step it up because his shenanigan game is very weak so far.
Here we are for the 2017 Baja Beach Bash, and this is one of the highlights, the Circle Sand Race.
His first trip to Baja, Josh Strang wins. So victory 1-0 for the Baja Series.
Got this banana for Hoppa's boot because Hoppa sucks. This has got to go with the Bike Bandit. So we're going to cram this way in there. So hopefully he shoves his foot in there in the morning and doesn't see it. Stick his knee pads back in. There we go. Hide the evidence, and we're off.